you ever wonder how the other half lives? I'm not talking about the rich and famous. I mean the mega wealthy royalty like princes and kings cloaked in mystery and intrigue, luxury cars, private jets, and death-defying stunts. For Dubai's daring Crown Prince Hamdan, life seems to eclipse even the wildest imaginations. When he's not rubbing shoulders with celebrities or rocketing down Formula One tracks, you might catch this Gen Z royal skydiving above the dizzying Burj Khalifa with only a parachute on his back. Well, today, we're going inside the hidden world of Dubai's dashing Crown Prince Hamdan bin Mohammed to uncover how this future king traverses the globe and his desert kingdom in sheer decadence. Think Prince Harry's exploits seem wild? Wait till you glimpse a day in the life of our adventure-seeking Prince Fazza. Let's uncover the secrets of how this Gen Z royalty really rolls. Our story begins on an autumn-November day in 1982 when Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed Al Maktoum was born into Dubai's ruling family, the Al Maktoums. He is the second son but fourth child born to Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the visionary leader who has been instrumental in guiding Dubai's explosive growth into a global hub. Sheikh Hamdan's mother is Sheikha Hind bint Maktoum bin Juma Al Maktoum, who herself comes from the royal lineage. The young prince spent his early years growing up in the family's lavish palace in Dubai's historic Shindaga neighborhood along the scenic Dubai Creek. I can only imagine a tiny tot Hamdan frolicking around sprawling palace gardens larger than many public parks. It must have been magical. As part of tradition, Sheikh Hamdan pursued his early education in the United Arab Emirates, along with his many siblings. This includes his older brother Sheikh Rashid and his sisters Sheikha Maitha, Sheikha Shama, and Sheikha Latifa. Later, we'll see how Sheikh Hamdan maintains close ties with his siblings, appearing on adventures together everywhere from cycling in Amsterdam to safaris in Africa. But Hamdan's gilded upbringing was about more than palace playgrounds and family bonding. As the tradition goes in royal lineage, big expectations are placed on a son who may one day ascend to power. Throughout his school years, Sheikh Hamdan was groomed for future leadership under close mentorship from his father. He began taking on roles in Dubai's government from his 20s. Today, at 41 years old, Sheikh Hamdan holds several key positions, including being Crown Prince of Dubai, which makes him heir apparent to his father's title as the Emirates ruler. He is also Deputy Ruler of Dubai, where he oversees key development initiatives, the chairman of the Dubai Executive Council, and the head of Dubai's ports operator DP World, which plays a huge role in establishing Dubai as a logistics hub. And if all that wasn't enough princely responsibility, Sheikh Hamdan also serves as Minister of Finance and President at the Dubai Sports Council. Phew, I'm feeling exhausted just reading out that laundry list of leadership duties. With so much on his plate overseeing Dubai's strategical development across trade, infrastructure, and tourism, there's no questioning Hamdan's prolific work ethic. Luckily, despite these pressing obligations, Sheikh Hamdan still finds plenty of time for relaxation and recreation, as we'll explore shortly, higher education and military training. Now let's back up a bit to Sheikh Hamdan's university days. Although he studied at Dubai's exclusive Al Ahmadiyya School and Rashid School for boys locally, Sheikh Hamdan pursued college overseas. He graduated in 1997 from Dubai Police Academy, which has a rigorous program training recruits in self-defense, weapons competency, forensic science, cybersecurity, and financial fraud investigations. Following Police Academy, Sheikh Hamdan traveled to the United Kingdom to study at Sandhurst Military Academy, graduating in 2001. The exclusive military academy has many eminent alumni, including Princes William and Harry. Finally, in 2006, Sheikh Hamdan wrapped up his studies, completing several business courses at the London School of Economics. Woo! I'm certainly impressed by his diverse education portfolio spanning policing, military defense, politics, and finance. Clearly, Sheikh Hamdan has built a robust skill set to complement his natural leadership strengths, which will all undoubtedly help steer him in his future governance of Dubai alongside his father. Life in the fast lane, luxury vehicles. All right, enough background and history for now, folks. Let's shift gears and get to the juicy deets many of you have been waiting for. Now that we know a bit about Sheikh Hamdan's early life and education, let's jump into one of his greatest passions outside work: exotic fast cars and luxury vehicles. Our thrill-seeking prince has access to a jaw-dropping fleet of the world's most expensive luxury vehicles, estimated to be worth tens of millions of dollars collectively. We're talking ultra-rare sports cars and SUVs from the likes of Ferrari, Lamborghini, McLaren, Mercedes, and more. From slick two-seater convertibles built for speed to rugged six-wheel drive SUVs that look ready to climb mountains. Sheikh Hamdan's garages house them all. He frequently shares photos and video on social media, posing happily by his prized supercar possessions. And no doubt he puts those vehicles to good use, tearing down the wide boulevards of Dubai and cruising along picturesque coastal drives. Let's take a closer look at some of the standout gems in his collection. Ferrari LaFerrari. Arguably one of the crown jewels is Sheikh Hamdan's custom Ferrari LaFerrari, painted an intimidating matte black. With a howling V12 engine churning out 950 horsepower and a full carbon fiber body, this Ferrari hypercar can scream up to 217 miles per hour. Only 500 units were produced, with each carrying an MSRP around $1.5 million, making the LaFerrari a rare, privileged vehicle for the true Ferrari connoisseur. I wonder if Sheikh Hamdan has ever opened up that 6.3-liter engine on Germany's famous Autobahn highway with no speed limits. Mercedes G63 6X6. On the more rugged side, Sheikh Hamdan owns one of the world's most outrageous off-road luxury vehicles, the Mercedes G63 AMG 6X6. As the name suggests, this behemoth Mercedes SUV packs not 4 but 6 wheels to crush any terrain underfoot. Speaking of feet, this vehicle can also ford water depths up to 3 feet, thanks to its snorkel air intake system. You'll spot Sheikh Hamdan driving it on the sand dunes just outside Dubai. Under the hood sits a vicious 5.5-liter V8 twin-turbo engine pumping out 536 GP mated to multi-gear differentials, directing power between those half-dozen tires. Inside, it's kitted out like a private jet with massaging AMG sports seats, ambient lighting, and the latest Mercedes MBUX infotainment. With only a couple hundred 6X6s built, priced around $500,000. Sheikh Hamdan's beastly Benz SUV proves his appetite for insanely rare and luxurious vehicles is unparalleled. Rolls-Royce Cullinan. When Sheikh Hamdan isn't unleashing speed and power behind the wheel, he can cruise in absolute comfort inside his custom Rolls-Royce Cullinan SUV. As the flagship luxury SUV of the venerated British brand, the Cullinan spares no expense on creature comforts and road presence. Sheikh Hamdan's example comes draped in a regal midnight sapphire paint job with executive lounge and viewing suite options. That means the rear seats recline almost fully flat, while a large panoramic roof grants stunning skyward views as you waft through Dubai's eye-popping architecture. I don't know about you folks, but I can only imagine how glorious witnessing the shimmering Burj Khalifa glittering overhead through the Cullinan's glass ceiling. Definitely a magical way for a prince to tour his city. Lamborghini Aventador. Finally, we arrive at this mean green Lamborghini Aventador, often seen prowling the streets with Sheikh Hamdan behind the wheel. His custom-wrapped Hulk Lamborghini in electric green growls menacingly, thanks to a 6.5-liter V12 engine sending 740 horsepower to all 4 wheels via Lamborghini's signature all-wheel drive system. This Aventador can hit 60 miles per hour in under 3 seconds and exceed 217 miles per hour flat out. I'm sure Sheikh Hamdan has tested those performance limits on the wide open highways of Dubai or winding canyon routes in Monaco and Switzerland. With scissor doors that open upward revealing tan leather and Alcantara suede interior, the Aventador makes quite the entrance no matter where it pulls up. A fitting ride for our media-loving magnate prince. Indeed, Sheikh Hamdan's luxury vehicle collection eclipses even many celebrity or professional athletes, but his interests extend far beyond high-horsepower supercars. For example, he owns several custom Range Rover SUVs, a Mercedes SLR McLaren with gull-wing doors, vintage American classics like a Ford Mustang GT 500 plus an assortment of dirt bikes and Ducati superbikes for action sports. Clearly, speed and exclusivity unite all his vehicles, whether on 2 wheels or 6. Now hold your horses for a moment, folks. Before we explore where exactly Sheikh Hamdan pilots all these vehicles, it's important to underscore his deeper passion, which existed long before any flashy supercar. I'm talking horses, of course. As son to the renowned horse whisperer, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, who has won countless prestigious racing prizes, it's no surprise horses course through Sheikh Hamdan's veins too. He's been riding horses and camels since early childhood. In fact, Sheikh Hamdan developed such an innate understanding and gentle touch with his mare, Sindusa, that he's been spotted many times stroking his favorite horse with a nurturing, almost spiritual connection. Beyond this soulful bond, Sheikh Hamdan actively competes in equestrian tournaments, including endurance racing across the UAE's arid landscapes. He must combine expert horsemanship with physical fitness to undertake these grueling long-distance races. And it's not just desert dust on dirt tracks. You might also catch Sheikh Hamdan trotting through the streets of England and Ireland to participate in rural grass track derbies too. I love this intersection between tradition and modernity, showcasing devotion to Emirati heritage, fused with international partnerships across borders. Much like the melding of worlds seen in Sheikh Hamdan's own hobbies spanning poetry, adventure sports, and his horsepower-filled car collection. Travel inside Dubai and international. That's enough background for now. Let's hop back into the driver's seat and explore exactly where Sheikh Hamdan steers his luxury lineup. As expected, his fleet of supercars and SUVs frequently roar through the streets of uber-glamorous Dubai, serving princely duties and personal adventures alike. Bystanders gawk and wave excitedly, snapping pics when they spot Sheikh Hamdan casually drifting the Lamborghini through downtown, or churning sand atop desert dunes in his Mercedes 6X6 truck beast. But the adventures definitely don't stop within the city limits of Dubai or even the UAE. Sheikh Hamdan often embarks on dazzling international road trips, taking favorites like his Ferrari or the Mercedes G-Wagon on scenic forest trails in Germany and Switzerland. Other times he might cruise the Italian Riviera in Monaco, glimmering aboard a yacht or motorcycle along the glittering Mediterranean coastline, with exotic luxury vehicles on board, of course. Whether enjoying Europe's picturesque pastoral countryside or tackling the steep switchbacks of California's Pacific Coast Highway, Sheikh Hamdan sure knows how to look good behind the wheel while taking in adventures. Though with his rugged skill set mastering weapons and extreme sports, I bet he could handle any situation without breaking a sweat. Now let's take a break from the automobiles for a moment and shift to discussing Sheikh Hamdan's adventures via another mode of transportation, by air. Beyond his endless array of luxury vehicles, Sheikh Hamdan also utilizes the most elite air transportation imaginable thanks to Dubai's royal family plane fleet and his own personal helicopters. Wherever he journeys near or far, you can bet Sheikh Hamdan travels in pampered style thousands of feet in the air. Let's explore some of his memorable aerial adventures and vehicles frequently spotted whisking him through the clouds. Private jets. Given the extended Al Maktoum royal family's massive wealth, estimated at over $4 billion USD collectively, it's no surprise they own a sizable private jet fleet frequently utilized for personal and state visits alike. As Dubai's beloved crown prince, Sheikh Hamdan enjoys exclusive access, granting him global mobility aboard these planes outfitted like five-star hotels. While details remain relatively secretive, no doubt these private airliners come customized with posh amenities like plush lie-flat seating, dining areas prepared by onboard chefs, and entertainment suites to rival first class on Emirates Airlines. One can only imagine the epic aerial views enjoyed through the jet's giant windows soaring above the clouds as Sheikh Hamdan journeys to worldwide destinations like glamorous Monaco, tropical Maldives getaways, safari adventures across Africa's grasslands, and more. I'm sure upon landing, a flashy supercar awaits, whisking our daring prince onwards to the next adventure. Helicopters. In addition to private jets capable of intercontinental distances, Sheikh Hamdan frequently travels more locally aboard his own personal helicopters for quick jaunts around Dubai and the UAE. With an aerial view unmatched, helicopters grant Sheikh Hamdan a bird's-eye perspective to survey his domain across Dubai's soaring skyscrapers and endless desert dunes. He occasionally shares videos soaring hundreds of feet across Dubai's signature Palm Islands before playing daredevil circling around the spire of the Burj Khalifa skyscraper. Talk about getting a new angle on the world's tallest building. And when he craves more extreme thrills, Sheikh Hamdan takes the helicopter controls himself, performing risky maneuvers that make my stomach flip just watching. Clearly, this crown prince courts adventure equally on land or air. Speaking of aerial stunts, his most death-defying exploits happen when skydiving from planes and helicopters, soaring thousands of feet over Dubai, with nothing but a parachute on his back. That's right, folks. Sheikh Hamdan's adrenaline cravings see him regularly skydiving from insane heights despite his royal status. But can you blame him when his home city presents a one-of-a-kind backdrop below of Dubai's avant-garde skylines jutting from the sandy desert floor? These sponsored stunts draw huge crowds below, while Sheikh Hamdan freefalls wearing a wingsuit before pulling his parachute, guiding him down towards terra firma. I still get anxiety watching his intense skydiving videos. But I must admit, a glimpse of Dubai's futuristic vibe passing below certainly presents a once-in-a-lifetime perspective, reminding how this oasis sprouted from the desert sands. Clearly, whenever Sheikh Hamdan departs on his global adventures, he travels in extreme luxury, even when plunging thousands of feet skywards. Phew, I'm feeling tired just thinking about all of Sheikh Hamdan's daredevil extreme sports adventures, not to mention his lavish lifestyle. But it's not all private islands, parties, and daredevil stunts for this prince. Despite the carefree playboy persona painted by tourist tabloids, Sheikh Hamdan also frequently travels abroad on crucial diplomatic missions and humanitarian initiatives he oversees. These noble efforts stand as a testament of Sheikh Hamdan's preparation and commitment to eventually rule over Dubai one day. First, let's discuss Sheikh Hamdan's extensive philanthropy benefiting local Emirati communities and Dubai's residents through various social programs. This includes humanitarian foundations sponsoring everything from education scholarships and technology access to public infrastructure upgrades, housing assistance, and community health resources. Additionally, Sheikh Hamdan launched multiple funds, financing economic diversification for UAE citizens, plus seed funding for unrestrained startup innovation, right here in Dubai through his Mohammed bin Rashid Innovation Fund. Thanks to these initiatives cultivated under Sheikh Hamdan's oversight, Dubai continues rising as a global smart city, anchoring the Middle East. What a future to behold! Beyond UAE national interests, supporting less fortunate countries appeals to Sheikh Hamdan's humanitarian spirit too. He created the International Humanitarian City, which today stands as the world's largest hub coordinating international aid efforts from Dubai, reaching vulnerable communities worldwide. Additionally, Sheikh Hamdan sponsors major philanthropic work abroad via his foreign aid organization Dubai Cares. This incredible charity has helped over 20 million children in developing countries thus far gain access to education, clean water, health resources, and more. I'm thoroughly heartwarmed realizing that while so many focus only on the surface glitz of Sheikh Hamdan's sports cars and stunts, beneath shines a compassionate leader donating immense resources to uplift humanity everywhere. What an incredible legacy in the making. Beyond aid and goodwill programs, Sheikh Hamdan travels internationally to further strategic UAE interests and cement bilateral ties critical for Dubai's future in our rapidly globalizing world. With the Dubai Media Office and UAE Foreign Ministry counting on his diplomacy skills, Sheikh Hamdan regularly meets heads of state across Europe, Asia, and the Americas to broker economic pacts and foreign investment partnerships. This high-level summit requires polished finesse, which Sheikh Hamdan proves in spades across cultural lines, projecting genuine cross-cultural rapport, whether chatting in impeccable English with the Queen of England or expressing warm Arabic greetings to leaders in Egypt, Saudi Arabia, or other allied Gulf states. I'm thoroughly impressed by his versatility navigating state visits and trade symposiums with equal measures of charisma and gravitas. Clearly, Sheikh Hamdan takes his diplomatic duties as seriously as extreme skydiving stunts. Vacationing in style. All this talk of humanitarian initiatives and highbrow diplomacy is making me tired. I think it's time Sheikh Hamdan took a vacation. Perhaps we should too, folks. We've already explored Sheikh Hamdan's overseas adventures on multiple continents, spanning thrilling pursuits like auto racing across Monaco's narrow streets in a Bugatti Veyron or helicopter snowboarding above the Swiss Alps. But when this crown prince truly wants to unwind, enjoying quieter downtime, he often retreats to tropical private island resorts abroad or relaxed desert oasis retreats within the Emirates. Lucky guy. I would love a vacation like his. Let's indulge our imagination briefly picturing the ultimate getaway through Sheikh Hamdan's lens. I'm talking about endless blue lagoons dotted by an ultra-exclusive eco-resort accessed solely by private jet or yacht. Miles from the paparazzi or prying eyes, allowing Sheikh Hamdan full privacy to soak up the sun without scrutiny. I envision days filled with horseback rides along pristine beaches, snorkeling vibrant coral reefs to glimpse exotic tropical creatures, and kayaking through jungles thick with Jurassic flora. Evenings might feature private cinema under the stars or moonlight cruises on an elegant dhow sailing traditional Emirati boats updated with all luxurious fixings of hot tub jacuzzis, onboard chefs whipping up gourmet fare, and the soundtrack of lapping waves. And you know, anytime the vacation blues strike, Sheikh Hamdan can rev up his Lamborghini or Mercedes G-Wagon brought along for the ultimate island joyride. Talk about traveling in style from dawn past dusk. While we don't have confirmed details on all his ultra-exclusive hideaway haunts, Sheikh Hamdan has shared glimpses enjoying serene retreats like Seychelles in the Indian Ocean and always nearby on Sobani Yas private island just off Abu Dhabi Emirate. Wherever he publicly jets off to or remains discreetly private for R&R, we can count on Sheikh Hamdan vacationing in absolutely decadent fashion. And with visions of plush tropical vacations still fresh in our minds, I think we've comprehensively toured how Dubai's beloved Crown Prince Sheikh Hamdan travels in Tinseltown fashion across land, sea and air. We've covered his early days growing up as sporty young royal within Dubai's ruling Al Maktoum family and the extensive education preparing him for immense responsibility one day ruling the emirate. I don't know about you folks, but I'm feeling that urgent wanderlust itch after all this talk of luxe globe-trotting. Hopefully you enjoyed this extended YouTube video providing an exclusive peek into how Dubai's beloved Crown Prince travels in style. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for future content. Till next time.